Alrighty. Oh, I'm gonna restart the chat really quick, and then we'll be good to go. Whoop, whoop. This is a new chat thing that I'm using, so I'm gonna do a little test really quick. Also, hello everybody. Happy, what's going on with the chat? I think something weird is happening. Hold on. If anybody's talking on other platforms, I may or may not be able to hear you. See you. One sec. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Hey guys on YouTube, sorry the chat's being a little bit weird with me. I'm using Restream right now, so I'm opening everything individually. Maybe if I restart it again. Hold on. Come on, Restream. My apologies. No sound on... Oh, it's just really low? Yeah, you gotta turn up the volume on Facebook, that's for sure. Okay, super weird. Okay, alright. We've got 2 of the chats up, but no Facebook. Alright, whatever, that's fine. I'll keep Facebook open on a separate tab, that's fine. I'm gonna test it really quick in... Hey Eric, how are you doing? Okay, there we go. That's working. Let me see if maybe Facebook is working. I'm just not saying it is. No, it's not working. That's okay. Also, okay, anyways, hi guys. Sorry, always starting these off with either like Tetrising things around on the screen or... Oh man. Now the chat app is gone again. Oh, we're having a good start. We're having a real good start here. Alright, anyways, I'll just keep going and I'll switch between chats as we go. Hi guys, my name's Ashley. I'm a character and creature concept artist here on the Pixelogic channel every Wednesday, or most Wednesdays. Hi Toby, hey Bear. I'm going to be taking this sphere and just kind of like mashing it around and turning it into whatever. We'll see what happens. Usually on these streams, they are mostly just sketches, so it's a 4-hour long session, and after the 4 hours, I don't usually do anything with it, but you're free to kind of sketch along with me. It's not really for anything in particular. It's not for yeah, it's not for like, you know, game or film or anything like that. It's just concept, just having fun playing around with the clay in ZBrush. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So if you do want to sculpt along with me, Pixelogic does offer a 45-day free trial for the program. So you can download it, have it for 45 days, enjoy it to your heart's content, learn it, play with it. I'm gonna try this chat one more time. I don't know. Man, it just keeps saying something went wrong and I have to reload. Okay, let me get everything, all the chats up on the same screen. Alright. Let's see. It's weird because it says the viewers. I know you guys can't see this. Alright, let me get all of the chat up here. Like all the chats. Alright, we've got... Wow, this is gonna be juggle heaven right now today. Juggling 3 different platforms. Alright. Okay. Hey Alec. Hey Creature. Hey Node. Yeah, it's all for fun. Model an ooze ghoul goblin. What? Why? Alright. Testing one more time. Does it pop up? No. Huh. Yeah, it does pick it up. For whatever reason, it's not playing it in my restream. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay, we'll just do some juggling here. Let's see if I can see it in let me just see if I can open it in browser. Maybe it'll work fine in browser. I know I'm being super annoying right now. No. Okay. Alright. Whatever. I'll just switch back and forth between 3 chats. That's cool. So if I do miss your comment, I'm super sorry. Chat thing is not working today. Okay. Who's got ZBrush? Yeah, we're just gonna have a lot of fun sculpting around some random things. So when I first start out, I like to throw this down super tiny. Well, not super tiny, but tinier, so that my dynamic brush is, it works at like a higher, like a bigger brush size in general. I like dynamic because no matter how close you zoom in, wow, that was loud. Sorry, that's my dog. No matter how far you zoom in or zoom out, the brush will will dynamically adjust to the size that you're working at. So it'll stay relatively like the same no matter what size you're working at. Anyways, let's do some shapies. So again, I like to just like throw shapes around, see where it goes. And I usually don't have much in my head when I first start these out, but today I do kind of have a little bit of like a weird shrimpy thing in my head. I saw like this really like crazy looking shrimp-like thing that's like deep. It's a deep sea shrimp of some kind. And it looked really freaking weird. And so that's exactly what's happening here. Is I'm kind of thinking about that, and at least like the overall like croissant shape of it. Hey Seba, can you eat it? Maybe. It's a macaron. Hey Headcase, how are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna say though, like I am sorry that I can't. I might miss some comments because I have to juggle three different three different things today. So I apologize because my restream isn't working. Sorry. Just messaging Kyle about that right now because it is kind of a problem. Okay. Where's our chat? Alright. Just went live? Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. And I'm just like frantically like scrambling all over the place because, you know, on brand. Oh, shoot. You know what I didn't do? I didn't alert Discord. There's too many things to manage when you don't have restream. Alright, where are we? We're here. So many things to manage when you don't have Discord or restream. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook open right now. All of the streaming platforms that Pixelogic is currently streaming on rather. So it can, actually, I'm gonna Dynamesh this really quick. Usually I save it for later, but because we were working with a sphere and there was like a little pinch there, I never like that pinch, so I usually just like Dynamesh that, figure it out as I go. Hi Gar! Hey Reggie! How much do I use Sculptress? Actually not super frequently. I use it for sketching things in particular, like if I'm pulling out you know, limbs or something like that, but I do enjoy sketching with like artifacts and things. Does retopology help with posing characters or ZRemesh? Yeah, if you ZRemesh your characters, it could definitely help because everything's going to be lower res, so it's not going to be as big of a deal to pose things. So I would say definitely do that. And then reproject your details onto the higher version, or from the higher version down to the lower version. Wow, there is a lot going on my screen right now. I'm so sorry, guys. How can I get all of these chats up at the same time? Let's get... No way, it can't fit them all on the screen. Alright, okay. Hey Ammon! Hey Tio. Okay, alright. Let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna go off of a I don't know actually. Let's just I do have like that sort of shrimpy thing in my head, but I'm not gonna be referencing or anything while I do this. It's just sort of like go crazy with some shapes, see where you go. And if it ends up looking cool, it ends up looking cool. If it doesn't, it might be a bust. But that's why we never get attached to our babies. Kill them and move on. Sometimes I like to just take certain parts of this, of the mesh, and just play around with like cutting them and pushing them and things like that, and resizing them and seeing what happens. That's where masking can actually be a lot of fun. So already we're getting some kind of a shape to work with, right? So that's sort of like the fun of just, you know, doing whatever. Not worrying about the details and things like that. Always just like focus on your main, your big shapes initially. Don't worry about, you know, wrinkles and things like that. A lot of the time I see a lot of models and they're very lumpy, and everybody's just been like, oh, but look at all the details and like the skin wrinkles and things like that, but it just looks lumpy. So hey Fabian. He's gonna be a monster. Really? How do you think? Do you really think? Do you think it's gonna be a monster? Here on this stream? Really? Alright, you know what? We can actually do a little bit of inflating. Maybe get something interesting happening over here. We could probably select from this side. Get that out. No, actually, I kind of want to keep... That might be interesting. And then pull it to the side. Do you guys hear the music fine? Do you want it a little bit louder? Let me know. You're calling it? All right. Have a great night, Seagull. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, let me see if I have my other restream. What is that? Maybe I have my other one that I can like pop up here. Aha! Haha, I do, and it's working! Magic! Okay. Alright, okay, I'm gonna put that one on screen. Goodbye, other one. Let me just put the other restream on chat, this will be better. Let me get the embedding. Put that in. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, feels good. Now I don't have to have all this open. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. I was stressing. Could you tell? I'll just use the old version, it's fine. Oh, man. Okay, how often would I usually re-Dynamesh? Wait, let's see, is this working? Test. Yep, that works there. That works there. I will answer everything. I'm just making sure that this is like a 4-hour stream, so I want to make sure everything is working here. Yep, that's all working. Okay, great. Yes. Ooh. Oh, solve problems here. That's what we do. We solve problems. Okay. How long have I been sculpting for? I've been sculpting for about 5 years now. How often would you use re-Dynamesh? What would prompt me to do it? I don't re-Dynamesh that often. I re-Dynamesh when I genuinely need more topology. And the reason why I don't re-Dynamesh that frequently is just because it is sort of like a sketching tool. That's what I find it's best for, is just a sketching tool. So if you don't need more topology in you know, in your earlier stages, like, then don't just keep re-Dynameshing, because if you keep re-Dynameshing, it's kind of, you lose some of the happy, like, brush stroke accidents that you could be creating as well. And I just find, well, I mean, again, everybody's workflow is different, but for me, it's just kind of like, I don't re-Dynamesh that often. I just do it maybe a couple of times during the earlier points of my sketch. Like here, I'm not going to re-Dynamesh this for a little bit. I'm actually going to go pretty nasty with it. It's probably going to be really nasty actually for a while. And then we're going to re-Dynamesh afterwards. Oh, thanks, Jaylene. Sounds good. No, I can't play my own music, actually. Hey, Kyle! Just letting you know, I'm using an old version of Restream right now because the new one kind of, like, exploded on me, and I was having technical issues. Apologies. It's hard keeping it clean if you start with a high count. Exactly that. But I mean, like, I'm not going for really like a clean look for this either, though. So, like, you know, I'm not concerning myself with if it's gonna be a clean sculpt or not at the early stages. I just kind of want to let the messiness help me decide what I'm gonna do with the shapes. So all these artifacts that are happening here are actually going to be fairly useful for me when I do Dynamesh, because that is going to turn into usable topology, as I say, like literally every stream. So if you're not new here, you're gonna be like, oh my god, here she goes again. But all of the artifacts turning into usable topology is, it's sort of like, it helps out with the randomness and weirdness of creature design sometimes. And I say sometimes because, you know, if you're going for something very specific, then why would you use that, right? But this is sort of a great way to just, you know, work if you don't really have, if you don't really have anything much in mind, you just want to chill, mess around. Be a lot of fun. Yeah, that was no problem. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Well, I guess I don't know if like anybody else has tried the chat app yet. Chat app, whatever. I'll talk to you about it later. It's just, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what the heck. Appreciate it, Eileen. Appreciate it. Hey, I mean, like, there's tons of things that you can do, Dark, so if you find working at a super high res and just messing around with the high res stuff works for you, then, like, you do you. But, like, my workflow involves, like, low poly nastiness to help me with the design process when I don't have things in mind, right? Where to study? You could get things, well, you could study on YouTube, you can study, there's a whole bunch of people who have all kinds of crazy awesome tutorials, like Mike Pavlovich, for example. He's got so much material for you to go over, and he talks really fast, so he's gonna keep your attention, 100%, he's gonna keep your attention. And then if you're learning ZBrush, if you want to study like ZBrush itself, like you could even go on to, shoot, what's it called again? Oh my gosh. Z Classroom, there we go. Wow, blanking. zclassroom.com is your friend, because it will, hold on, oh my gosh, I am a mess tonight and just, woo, my brain. Okay, zclassroom.com is great if you want to learn ZBrush from a beginner standpoint, or if you just want to refresh your knowledge on new features and things like that. It goes from beginner to intermediate to advanced. There's all kinds of stuff there for you to learn. If you want to study ZBrush itself, you want to get in the know. Here, I'll show it to you, because what the heck, why not? Yeah, here we go. Z Classroom and Pluralsight. I haven't used Pluralsight personally, so I can't vouch for it or anything like that, but if it works for you, that's awesome. But I can tell you that there's everything that you need to know about ZBrush right here. Also, yeah, ZBrush Guides is great as well. Pablo, he streams here sometimes too. He's got a lot of content. Shane Olson has his own classroom stuff. Danny Max got his own stuff as well. Like, there's a lot of people, especially if you go through the list of presenters here, which we can, let me just get that. What is the meaning of generalist in 3D? It means you just kind of like do everything from modeling to texturing, to rigging, to, you know, you do a whole bunch of things in the pipeline. Okay, so presenters right here. If you go through the list of presenters, a lot of these people have stuff like, you know, information for you if you want to study anything. All of these people are like incredibly talented, quite literally. So you should check that out. It's pixelogic.com/ZBrushLive/presenters. Definitely check out everybody here. Good role models. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes. Yeah, no, yeah, Polygon, Ben's great, yeah. Everybody's great who streams here. I just realized, like, my screen one was on this entire time, so you saw me messing around with the restream being like, why? Am I a professional at ZBrush? No. And I don't work for Pixelogic either. I am volunteering as a streamer presenting the product on the, well, product, I mean, the software on their channel. I'm pretty flustered tonight. I don't know if you could tell. You can probably tell I'm pretty flustered. I'm a lot. My dog, who is now passed out cold, I had to take him out right before this, and he was losing his mind at quite literally everything. Like, literally everything, and that was not even 10 minutes before I started this stream, so I was just like... Yeah, Ben's great. Hey, Tark. Good to see you too. Welcome. A bug or the like? Kind of, right? Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Sort of shrimpy, maybe. Yeah, it usually ends in sculpture. Sometimes I go to poly paint, but a lot of the time it ends with just the sculpt. Bird or an insect. Can't be other than that. Place your bets. Oof, dude. That's not true. I've done dogs on here before. I've done like minotaur looking things before. I don't know, I just like carapaces. They're kind of fun to do. I see. You just want to put me in a box, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, I'm not taking your bait though. I'm not taking your bait. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Stop trying to bait me. God. Pablo? Yeah, he's really good. He's fantastic at what he does. You should check out ZBrush guides too. He's got a whole bunch of stuff there. I actually used some of his brushes, the double brushes that he made. Not in the context that he showed them how to use, but I find they're really great for scribbling on like messy details in certain areas. Again, that's not in the context that he had intended them to be used, but I like them nonetheless. Here I am breaking everybody's stuff. Alright. Let's see. Do we want that? No, we don't. We can do, though. Grab this whole area. Again, I'm very messy when I first start out with sculpting. Do not fear, do not panic. It is all part of the plan, I assure you. Great bait, mate. The dude from Blizzard, is that the... Are you talking about the orb ones? Because everybody talks about orb brushes like it's a... like the orb brush, the cult of orb. Raph Grossetti god. Yeah. There's a lot of gods in this industry. There's a lot of gods. You just go on ArtStation and you're just pummeled by them. Just like everywhere. I'm like, What am I doing? I'm scribbling. Hope you guys like the scribbles, though. I think you guys will. I mean, why else would you be here? Then again, they do say your haters are your biggest fans. What render software do I recommend, or painting software? Render software? Okay, so I'm not, like, when it comes to, like, rendering stuff, like, I don't like recommending a render thing, like one renderer over the other. I mean, I can tell you what I use. I use Keyshot for my concept stuff just because it's so fast. It goes right from ZBrush right into Keyshot, and it's like whatever. It's like I don't have to think about exporting or importing or blah 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 blah. Like I just literally click a button and it's there, and that's awesome for me because I'm just like I want to do things fast. I don't have patience. But I've seen really amazing renders, you know, for final products, not just concept things, but concept as well, come out of both Arnold and Octane. So I think those two would be really great to check out. You'd be surprised actually at the capabilities of Cycles in Blender. Cycles is actually pretty great. I've used it a few times now, not to mention for an entire film on next gen when I was working for that Netflix film or whatever. But yeah, Blender's sculpting still sucks, so yeet. What do I use for beards? Fiber mesh enough? Fiber mesh for beards, just it usually takes me a long time to groom that, or just like spawn enough individual parts of it to actually make it look good. So like depending on like what it is that I need to do, if I have to do like a concept beard, a lot of the time I just do it in Geo because it's like then you can get the overall like, you know, shape of the beard, and it's like boom, there, is that what you like, you know, is this sort of like what you're looking for? And a lot of the time too, like I'm not doing realistic stuff for human characters anyways. Like people don't come to me asking for realistic human concepts. Like that's not really like a thing, at least in my world. So a lot of the time, like if it's like, oh, here's a bearded character that needs to be done, then it's like stylized anyways. So I just use geometry, I just sculpt it out. But yeah, fiber mesh, like it just usually takes me a while to get things looking right for hair. Just like, you know, any proper groom. But, you know, if you become like a fiber mesh god, then be all means, use away. Yeah, also real-time, exactly, like, you know, if somebody just like asks like, oh, what is the render software to use? And like, well, I can tell you what I use, but it doesn't mean that it is the one, you know, like it's not, like if I were you, I would just, and you're really into that, like if you're more of like a technical artist and you're just like really into like, you know, the specifics of render softwares and, you know, how things are processed, then dude, don't go around asking, just try them out for yourself, you know, start plugging things in and seeing where it goes, like, because everybody's gonna have what works for them. And the best way to figure out what's gonna work for you is to just try it. You know, like one person's gonna say, hey, this works great for me, and then you're gonna try it and you'll be like, what in the world is this? This is awful. And then you try something that they absolutely hate and you're like, this is great. You know, so just gotta figure out what is best for you and your workflow. Yada yada. Yada yada. How do you move the gizmo in the position you want? Oh, so when you're in gizmo mode, all you need to do to get into gizmo mode is press a W or use one of these things up here, like the move tool or scale or rotate. And so if you want to move it around, you just hold Alt, right? So you see this little funky doodad right here, lock or unlock. So if you hold Alt, you can see that it unlocks. So if you hold Alt, that means that you can move this around. Release, and then release Alt, and you'll be able to start moving this. So hold Alt, and you can move that around wherever you want. Right? Hey Ricardo! No worries, Dark. Where do I bake my textures? Oh man, that really depends. Depending It really depends on what I'm doing. A lot of the time I use Substance. I've actually used ZBrush for some displacement stuff as well. Yeah, it just depends on what I'm doing. No, I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. Best push for your creativity is pressure. Oh yeah? What's my gear? My gear? My computer specs? My speckerinos? My speckerinos. I'll copy and paste it for you. Oh, you're on Facebook. Okay, my bad. Here you go, Elaine. Bingo. Let me know. Wait, sorry guys, my chat wasn't working when I asked this earlier. Is the music loud enough for you, or do you want it louder? I have no idea if it's like too high or whatever. So again, like I just love to like stuff a whole bunch of whatever in there and then just work with it and make shapes out of it. Right here, I'm just gonna do a sort of head thing. I kind of want to not attach it to the full body there. All right, that's good. Get it looking all nice and derpy, you know, because that's how we do. It'll always look derpy before it looks good. At least in my case. Literally almost always. Actually, we'll make these like kind of that there. Music's right? All good? Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh my god, I haven't heard this in so long. Oh my god, Commander Shepard is on this? Are you kidding me? I love this. Yo, we're gonna... Oh my god, I'm so stoked. This is the best, dude. I used to listen to this all the freaking time. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god, I can't believe this is in this playlist! From the reaches of space, Shepard. There are battle womatarians lacking in humility. Turians bragging about their reach and flexibility. The clutter of the city spreads to the lowliest stars. But no matter what scars you bear, whatever uniform you wear, you can fight like a Krogan, run like a leopard, but you never be better than Commander Shepard. This is so great. No, this is a new music service that's like safe for streaming. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Please tell me you guys know this. Raoul. Yeah, that's exactly what he's making. This is the PogChamp bug. Or not the Swiftbridge bug. Ooh, interesting. You haven't heard? Oh my god, dude. You don't know it? Oh, that's okay. That's alright. It's a Mass Effect song. Fan-made Mass Effect song. Hey Charles, you never played Mass Effect? Get out of this chat right now. Leave. How dare you? No, if you just look up the Commander Shepard on Commander Shepard song on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. Wow, I haven't. That was like a total like it made me feel old. Actually, think. Do I like this? No, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna try this again. Yeah, you need to go and play Mass Effect. What's wrong with you? Go play it, but just don't play the third one or Andromeda. Just 1 and 2. Just 1 and 2, and that's it. Yeah, we'll do that. Then I'll just keep it there. As I start to, oh my god, I'm gonna give him some Christmas dinner in there. Come on. Get in there. Get in that tummy. Get in that tummy. How young am I? Does it really matter? I don't feel like that matters. Because you can do art at any age, and it should not matter how old somebody is. What's the animal? Who knows? It'll be a thing. Oh hey, Josh Singh, how you doing? Wow, I just completely said your name, your last name awfully. Please forgive me. How are you? Oh man, is that my Discord site? The Pixelogic one that's being put into the YouTube chat? No, that's not mine. That is the Pixelogic one. Steamy Mountains, I salute you. Is this... Oh my god. Oh my god, this playlist is so amazing. Holy crap. I'm so happy right now. What's its name? Name it, I don't know. Turkey. There's also Let's Plays. Yeah, no. You need the experience of either being Renegade Shep or Good Shep, right? You can't watch somebody do that. You don't have the feeling. You need Rex to literally be like, Shepard. Alright, okay. Enough like fidgeting around. Let's figure out this. Whatever is going on here. I don't know what this is. Nonsense. What can we do here? You know what? Maybe I don't want to put a head. Yeah, I do want to put the head.
So you stream for Twitch and it shows up on Facebook. So this is, yeah, like, so for the Pixelogic channel, I just kind of stream, well, it's on OBS, right? Stream it on and through OBS, and it can actually hit multiple platforms at the same time, and I'm using Restream to see the chat of all of them at the same time. So I'm not technically streaming to Twitch, I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at the same time on Pixelogic's account. Yeah. Yeah, are you considering streaming, Josh? Because I'd watch that. Ooh, yeah, give him a little, like, a little nasty neck. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this, like, a little pointy. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, and then these guys. Ooh. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, for a lot of streamers, like on my personal channel, if I ever were to get partnered on my channel, I wouldn't be allowed to stream to multiple channels at the same time because Twitch wants priority, obviously. But I mean, if you're just streaming, then you can stream on as many platforms at the same time as you want. You just need to, you know, set it up, and that whole thing can be a challenge. But yeah, it is pretty dope sauce. All right, let's get this face thing. Do I stream games? Occasionally, yeah, over on my channel. Not here at all. This is yeah, this is just me doing stuff on Pixelogic channel. So there's like a whole bunch of people that stream here. It's not just me. This is not my channel. Absolutely not. Nope. I just stream here every Wednesday, but other people volunteer here as well. There's like, there's so many streamers that are here now. Yeah, if you want to see the list of streamers, you can just type schedule, ! schedule in the Twitch chat. Boom. Geek sauce, yeah, me. I'm a sweat. You'd love to start streaming some ZBrush? Yeah, do it. Oh my gosh, do it. Do it. Anna? What is that, Anna? Rude. What is it, just because I'm another girl? Think I'm Anna? Anna's her own individual woman. Excuse you. Oh, speaking of being a sweat, guys, dude, I am moving up on that Diablo leaderboard. Ooh, that hardcore leaderboard. I know none of you care, but I'm gonna flex my sweat on you. I'm literally number 140 in the Americas for hardcore witch doctor. I mean sweat doctor. What up? GR91. Yeah, no, it's okay. How does what pay? You have no clue they had a Discord? Yeah. They're only starting to advertise it now. Drive home now? No worries. Reggie, have a great night. Streaming? Oh, I don't know. I don't get paid for streaming. You're gonna, like... Yeah, this is not a paid thing. I'm just here because I like you guys. You know, you have to know how to draw in ZBrush. Sorry? Weird flex, but okay. Hey, it's not a weird flex. It's a good flex. I love the way my witch doctor looks too. It's just a booby demon, you know? She just looks like a booby demon. An ironclad boob demon. Very good stuff. I was also playing Anthem. Did anybody else get into the VIP demo? I didn't actually pre-order the game. I just had friends who did, and they gave me codes. I was playing Anthem, and I was playing Storm. Oh my god, the Storm looks so cool! I was like peeing myself. It looked so cool. But then also I was like, oh, look at those $20 microtransactions. Oh, do not want. But the Storm looks really cool. Aw, thanks. Aw. Yeah, it's literally Warframe Destiny. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. I don't like the way that flying feels. I hate the way that swimming feels. Swimming is awful in that game. Oh my god. It's so bad. It's so... But, like, everything else is pretty... Okay, well, the actual demo is coming out. Like, the open demo is coming out this weekend, so everybody's gonna have access to it, not just the people who pre-ordered the game. So hopefully they fix, like, the hub thing, too, where you can't run anywhere. I was literally looking down at my feet and running backwards in, like, the hub area, like, the social area, just to get to my objectives faster, because I was getting so upset. I was like, come on! Hurry up! Stop talking! Oh, yeah, the bugs. It took, like, over half of the day just to get into the game. Like, that was dumb. Like, I left, came back, it's still, the servers were down. I was like, yeah, whatever. They fixed that, though. There's, like, a lot of bugs. But I think that's, like, the point. I don't think it's, like, a demo. I think it's, like, a beta for them, or whatever. Like, a test build. You had to turn swimming and flying to 2% sensitivity. Oh, really? I had to turn it up. I was so upset. I was so upset with it. But then it's got, like, this lazy mouse thing that happens, right? Like, that's the... He didn't like the microtransactions. Oh, you know, who does like microtransactions, right? And it's on, like, a full price game, but at the same time, like, the characters look so good. Like, wow, they did such a good job with the art. My god. Storm, I'm obsessed with Storm. It looks so cool. I still don't know if I'm gonna get the game, but, like, Storm is so cool. Alright. So now we're starting to get a little bit of, like, a design language going on here with all of this nonsense. We've got big, small, big, and bigger. So we're looking for shapes that can kind of continue through the entire design. I think this entire front part looks derpy as all heck, so I'm gonna change that again. Don't worry about that You can just delete the baby and then respawn the baby. It's okay. Titanfall. Oh, Titanfall is awesome. I love Titanfall. Oh gosh, yeah, this whole thing is like nasty mode. Let's see here. Maybe if I make it tinier, that might... Wow. Yeah, actually I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That looks better. This is super annoying. I'm gonna change the song right now. Nope, thank you. Alright. Get this guy more up here. And then we can take this entire thing. Think everything, yeah. And then we will do this. There we go. Feels Bugman. What am I drinking? I'm drinking instant coffee. It's a it's instant. I don't know. It's instant coffee. You're more professional than me. Oh, good job. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Anybody who's more professional than me, fantastic. Good job. You should be. I'm the least professional person out there, so. I just believe that you should be having fun while you're doing art. So like, I don't even care, dude. I really don't even care. But yeah, if you don't like my style of streaming, that's like totally fine. If you want somebody more professional, there's actually a lot of people that are really, really professional on this channel. You know, and very friendly too at the same time. So if you don't like me being snarky back at you, that's cool too. It's all good. You should check out the other streamers on this channel. Maybe one of them is your cup of tea. If I am not, that's all good. No offense taken. Can't please everyone. Not gonna try. What am I drinking? I'm drinking instant coffee. I told you. It's instant coffee. Instant. Because I didn't have time for anything other than instant. I don't have the patience, you know? No patience. Just gotta get that caffeine in me. Just wear a tie. You'd like to know how I did learn 3D? Did I go to school? If you're young, you'd like to know if you can learn this on your own, or if you have no other choice to go to 3D school. You absolutely can learn it on your own. I learned it on my own when I was in school, though. So I was going to school for 2D animation, right? So I went to school for 2D animation, not 3D animation or anything like that. Of course, there was like one class out of the entire 4 years that I was there that's just like, hey, this is how you rig a character or whatever, but it's not. It wasn't a 3D based school. It was 2D focused. And while I was there, I met my now boyfriend, who was really into ZBrush at the time and was taking a course from somebody that was working at Ubisoft, and he was all like super into it, and he was just like, hey, like look at this, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then he was like, who, you want it? And I was like, yeah, let me try it. And so then I started getting into it, and lo and behold, the school actually had ZBrush licenses, and so then I just like stayed at the studio like really late a lot of the time, and super early too, and just kind of like just in ZBrush pushing and pulling things. And yeah, I learned from YouTube. I learned from artists who were posting stuff there, and I just learned a lot of it from just doing it, you know, just like getting my hands dirty in the program. And they do offer a 45-day free trial, so you can learn ZBrush really easily in those 45 days. But 3D in general, that's where I started getting a little bit tricky because yeah, I was like really into ZBrush because it was very like, you know, I could be artsy fartsy with it. I don't need to worry about poly count or anything like that. But then when I did want to start making my own 3D models, I was like, ooh, dang, this is a whole other ball game. But hey, guess what? YouTube, again, if you were to just type in 3D workflow or prop workflow or high res to low res workflow, bam, you've got all of this information there for you. You know, and it ranges from Blender to Maya to 3ds Max, like whatever you need, it's all kind of there. And I would recommend going through and doing a small prop first. So that would be that like a barrel, a crate, a pen, a cup, something. Just model that, UV it, texture it, render it, bam, you know, that's exactly what you should do to get through the entire pipeline so you understand the entire pipeline, right? Because if you don't understand the whole pipeline, you're actually going to have a really hard time later on. If you're gonna just jump into a whole character right off the bat, you're setting yourself up for failure because you don't understand the pipeline yet. You don't know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing in the earlier stages, and you're just gonna keep going back and forth, and you're just gonna end up like racking your brain and making yourself feel bad for no reason, right? Because it is a learning process and it's a very, very steep learning curve. So I would say use YouTube to the best of your ability. It's all free stuff. There's tons of information there. Poly count, it's a little outdated, but if you go onto the wiki, you get all of your essential information. There's a great channel on YouTube that I fully support what these two guys are doing. Flip Normals. If you know, it's not really like game based, but it is film based and VFX based. Like they have a lot of knowledge with that kind of stuff. So they pump out lots of videos that will answer your questions about, you know, should I go to school? What program should I use? Blah, 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 blah. They've got tons of that over on Flip Normals. So there's lots of, so much stuff. There's so much stuff. There's Mike Pav, right? There's, oh gosh, there's like so many people, like I don't even know, like name dropping free stuff, right? Like you just Google it. Just really like Google like 3D modeling workflow, you know, pipeline, you know, these are keywords. You can just Google and you'll find it. So like it's the craziest thing to me. Like people come like, there's like, I don't know where to start. Google, like honestly, just like find, just go through like a tiny thing, just because it's a really tiny thing. Because the best thing that you can do as a person for everything in your life, oh, here I go guru mode, but like really is find something that you like, something small that you can have a success with, and build off of these tiny successes into your larger success. If you think of like this crazy project, like, I want to make a game, and it's like you know, you want to make like a whole Star Wars universe like from scratch, and you know, you're able to fly planet to planet. Oops, what are we talking about here? No Man's Sky? No, of course not. But if you're thinking of like doing something like that, and you're like, I'm gonna just start, you're setting yourself up for failure because you don't understand all of like everything, right? So it would be better if you just kind of started with tiny goals, did those tiny goals, figured them out, and set yourself up for success in the long run, because you're getting tiny things done at a time rather than this big like blah, like you don't even know where to start. The same thing with you know, learning anything, really, literally anything. So you can apply it to 3D modeling as well. Just something small, build off of that. Yes. Need help picking a character concept. Really need to put Shane's course to work after having it for so long. Oh yeah, you should. Pick out a concept from your collection. I mean, you can put it in chat, or the ZBrush also has a Discord as well. See my pen? Yeah. If you're curious, my tablet is Wacom Intuos Pro Medium. It's got like scratches. It's got my hand grease all over it. Look how beautiful. Oh, girl, look at that hand grease. Oh my god, that highlight is popping. That nasty grease. Why did I start doing art? I started doing art when I was like super young. The reason, because it was fun and my parents encouraged it. My dad was an artist and used to always like airbrush. He used to be a race car driver as well. and he would airbrush his helmets, and you know, he would do lots of paintings. He was very artsy fartsy, so when I was young I was all like, ah, me too, and I started drawing things, and he would all be like, oh, I'm so excited my daughter is doing things, and like, yeah, I just kind of like decided that I liked it, right? So I just kept doing it. Why is this channel on the Spanish section? Probably because other streamers on this channel do speak Spanish. Donut coffee cup. Oh man. Knowing the pipeline, oh my gosh. Alright, let me see. How do you start Google? Well. I mean, I guess if you're using Internet Explorer, they are smashing Bing in your face, so I can't really get angry at you. Ask Jeeves. Oh my god. Have you ever worked with you After Effects? Have I ever worked with After Effects? Yes. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Not an expert at After Effects, though. I want to make a game. I'm 9, by the way. Cool. Looks as scratched as yours. Yeah, this one I've had for 3 years now. 3 years. She said, oh, no worries. I'll fight you. Art is as much of a gift as like working a whole damn summer at a really monotonous, boring job and saving every penny just to buy yourself a scooter and then calling that scooter a gift. Like, art isn't a gift. Art is something that is practice. If you have a passion for it, you will put your all into it. Yes, there are certain people that are, you know, it clicks a little bit better in their head at first. But if you put in the hard work and dedication, you can get that scooter too, you know? Do I race cars too? No. No. That hand grease though, I know. I just get all like sweaty. I don't know. I'm just such a sweat. Oh. Have I tried Cinema 4D? No, I actually haven't tried Cinema 4D. I haven't needed to, but I have seen a lot of really cool things that have come out of it. I really gotta get to like sculpting this thing. I've just been like talking. What a boring stream. Just like, it's not even moving. It's just me in the corner being like, ee. Oh man. Alright. Are you borking at the door? Ah, okay. I'm gonna let him out. Wait, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna let him out. He's gonna start barking. Alright. I'm gonna do some Z-Sphere stuff just to like say what the heck. We'll give him some legs. You guys want to let's give him some legs. Scale this down. It's like draw out. Hopper, leader of the grasshoppers. No, we're not gonna do that again. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, he's gonna be like this. We're not gonna do that Hopper nonsense again. Not this time. Oh. Do I feel strong specifications? feel like I only feel weak specifications. Unless you mean, are you talking about my computer? Is my computer good? Are my specs good? Are my specs like strong? Do they lift? No, they don't lift. They suck. They really suck. My computer only has 16 gigs of RAM. It's an old one. It's like pushing 6 years old now, I think. Yeah, it's got a 780 Ti graphics card and an Intel i7 4K processor. You want to see that doggy? You want to come and say hi to the stream? You want to come say hi to the stream? You want to come say hi to the stream? You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Oh, that baby. Oh. There he is. There he is. Copper and silicone crafted into an object which is a medium for communication. This art. Oh, okay. Well. Here you go. You get a treat. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You get another treat. Yes, you do. Good boy. Alright, now you saw the doggy. This is Monty. He'll buy me a quadro if you... Oh, don't even worry, dude. And honestly, like, I want to do, like, a whole new PC build. I've been saying this for a while. It's just, like, money, right? But maybe eventually. Oof. Did you just oof in my arms? Did you just oof? Alright, get down there. Sculpt my dog next? No. Oh man. I'd make him look scary. Thank you. Yes, Monty is a good boy. Until he isn't. Like when I took him out today and he decided to have a meltdown at literally everything that he saw. So 1080 Ti? Yeah, 1080 Ti would be great, but Alright, okay, what am I doing? Right, adaptive skin. Alright, so if you want your Z-spheres to, you know, you want to see what the heck is going on, you could always just preview it right here. Preview adaptive skin. So what happens in the 2018 version is it actually dynameshes your Z-spheres. So you can actually turn that off if you don't want it. If you want the legacy version, which is just the density, like basic mesh density, you know, low poly sort of thing. You know, and I put that to 1 so I can preview it at like a really low res and it's not dynameshed. But if I turn the dynamesh function on and preview it again, you can see that it is actually being dynameshed instead. But I really, like, I don't want to do that, so I just turn it off. Bam, see? Boom. Bingo bango. Because I like my low res, right? If you don't want it to be that low res, you could always change the density too. Give it a few subdivision levels, but remember that this is subdivision levels, so when you do make adaptive skin, this is going to retain this as 3 subdivision levels, and so, you know, if you want to do anything, you could go up and down, and I don't bother. I put it to 1, make adaptive skin, and then it's over here, right in your tools, in your Z tools. So what you have to do is you have to append it. Boom, bang, turn it off, bang, there you go. There you go, you have it right here. And mirror and weld it. Now we have 2 Legorinos, 2 Legos. 2 Legos without the pain of stepping on them. Amazing. Amazing. Who saw that Legos is coming out? I don't know if this was just a meme, but Lego had like their own Lego slippers that you can wear so that you don't hurt your feet with the Legos all on the ground. Do I ever use Quixel? I have used Quixel before. I have not used Quixel for a while now, though. Amazing. Mixer is going to be free while it's in beta. Very cool. If that's what you like. Very nice. Very cool. Very cool. Am I at a studio right now? No. No, I'm not. I'm like working freelance and just kind of like, well, I'm free right now. Don't have a lot of contracts, just kind of chilling. Working out of my home studio in Montreal. I mean, if I had a whole bunch of work, I wouldn't really be able to be climbing those Diablo leaderboards, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, did you actually Google the Lego slippers? Dude, oh, it's funny, right? I thought that was so funny. Like, good on them for capitalizing on that. If that's actually a thing. If that's actually a thing. Feels Canadian, man. Oh yeah. This bad boy looks like he can walk on water. Oh, like a water strider. Those things are so cool. God gamer. Am I a god gamer? Am I a god gamer? Am I sweaty? Am I a sweat? I love that people call like tryhard sweats now. It makes my life amazing. Wait, let's look up like water striders. They're really cool. Water. Let's go. Better to be at home with this awful weather. I know, dude. We had, oh, the snow is insane. Like it was like above my knee. Like last night, the amount of snow that fell. And then it just freezes over immediately afterwards too. It's awful. But these things are so cool. And the way that they're, okay, if the image will load so it's not awful quality. There we go. The way that they have their legs and it just kind of like sits on top of the water like that is really cool. It's just like these little sticks that keep them afloat. Love that. I love that they could just break their limbs to float. I mean, I wish I could. Yeah. Water striders are super cool though. Super, super cool. Alright, the lag is real. Back to this. It's because I got all of the other ones playing, I think. Okay, that's not playing. That's still playing. This one's playing. Okay, pause that. Stop using my internet up. There we go. There we go. Retopping ahead right now, real-time character, third person. How much poly count should you go in the head, do you think? Use as much topology as you need within reason. Obviously, start low. Start with the least. So if you're retopping by hand, start with just the loops that you need. Don't add a whole bunch of spans that you need to. You could do that later. Real-time stuff, again, it really depends on the game that you're working towards. Like, if you're doing it for your portfolio, what kind of a game is it going to be in? Is it, like, a realistic model? Like, is it something that you could find in, like, I don't know, Final Fantasy that you can use? You could use probably 20,000 for the face or more. I don't know, like, they use a lot for the face. For a game anyways. Oh, probably more than 20,000. I mean, the entire character was, like, over 100,000 in one of the games I saw. That was insane. I was like, that is like VFX level. I mean, animation level at least. So that was pretty crazy. So it really depends. You know, what are you aiming for? Are you aiming for optimization? Is it something that you're gonna hand paint? Is it a low poly thing? Like, what are you doing, right? I can't tell you how much topology you're gonna need. You have to do something based on style, or, you know, what game is it gonna be in. But if it's for your portfolio in general, I wouldn't worry too much about being, like, super restrictive about topology, unless you are unless you're going for something that is low poly, like you want to do mobile gaming, right? Then you want to show off that you can do really low res, or not even just mobile gaming, but things like, I don't know, just low res games. I don't know. Trying an AA game, AAA game character, then yeah, just use, like, I don't know. You can give yourself a big poly count budget, right? It doesn't need, again, if your face is something like, your face has like 100,000 polys, it's probably too much. Probably too much. But just do it within reason. Here, I'll find a good video for you about retopologizing the face. Actually, Danny Mac has a ton of those. Hold on. Because it really depends on the project. Here, here's one. This is from Flip Normal. So you are on, okay. Here, I'll drop this down. So you see that link that I just dropped you? Go watch that. Again, the loops are really important. And then also on top of that, look up Danny Mac. And then you will be very, very happy on YouTube. It'll teach you what you need to know about the loops and junk. Yeah, just keep it. Yeah, exactly. Don't be wasteful. Like, when you're first starting out retopologizing things, yeah, just focus on getting your loops in. Don't, like, fill in any of the areas, like the cheeks and stuff like that. Just, like, focus on just getting, like, simple spans, like a couple, like maybe like 5 in an area, 5 in an area, you know, like, well, 10 around the eyes or whatever, and then just start adding in afterwards as you need to capture the detail of your face that you're doing. And if you're doing it real time, then you're gonna bake a lot of stuff down, so it depends as well on how many blend shapes you're gonna do for, you know, facial movement. I'm not explaining this very well, I'm so sorry. When I make a self-portrait, I mean, you mean you want me to sculpt myself? I'm sculpting myself right now. But yeah, asking me like how much topology you should use is very arbitrary. You know, just keep it within reason. Think about what kind of a game you're gonna be putting your model towards. Like, what's it gonna be in? What's its purpose as well? Is it a hero character? Is it an NPC? Is it the main character? Right? All of these things are things that you think about. Of course, if you're doing a portfolio piece, like 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a main character that you're doing. So, main characters get a larger budget than everything else. The older you get, the more polys you gotta fit in your face. Actually true. 30k for Drake's head in Uncharted 4. That sounds about right, and actually, kind of the same. So I do a lot of like animation-based work, modeling for animation, and yeah, 30k is around. It can be like I've done characters that are only like 5k, right? It just really depends on the character and what you're doing. So something like, you know, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, that's the main character, and you see a lot of close-ups on his face, and it's supposed to be like super pretty and everything, right? And really like realistic. So yeah, they're gonna dish out the poly count for that. All right, okay, stop fudging. Let's go. I think we're gonna play around with the balance here. I think the balance of these legs, like this one, can probably get moved a little bit more like that, because I like this like sort of V action that's coming here. What I want is more of like a. I need it to go like up to the face. Maybe. If we do that, no, that breaks it. But if we did something like this, it's too much. So we want something like that then. And then take this. All right, so we're looking for lines here, right? When we're designing things, we're looking for lines that kind of lead you to your focal point. So my focal point is gonna be the face area. And then when you're in the face area, all like this line will continue you down through the model, and basically the limbs will act as pointers to where you want to look on your character, because your character is a composition as well. It's not just a character. You think of it as like an entire composition too. When you're doing a painting, you're thinking about composition, like where do you want people to look? What's your focal point? All that kind of stuff. Are there multiple focal points? How does your eye travel from one to the next? You know, think of your painting as like a series of roads. So the character is the same thing, except it's not a painting, it's like this 3D thing. So you have to be aware of how it moves in, like, you know, on every angle. So some sneakers. You want me to give him sneakers? What? Oh man. Miles Morales, but a wasp slash water strider slash alien bug boy. I don't know. And because we really enjoy making things bigger than they need to be on this channel, I'm gonna really exaggerate this fin here. Yes, sirree. Yes, we are. All right, and then let's get this guy more like this. Very nice. This guy. And I don't want this like X thing happening here. It feels very weird. I want there to be a different kind of an overlap. I think, let's see. Might be, no, that's weird. Let's try. Cool. Alright, okay. And then we can extend that guy back a bit. Get this. We're gonna want to... It's a little bit of a tangent, or yeah. We want a little bit more of an opening here. Or not an opening, but a taper. I think that's what they're called, tapers. Like so. We're gonna have to take this entire bit and then pull it out more. Do something more like that. Back. This out. There we go. So now this area feels a little bit more tapered than it did. X legs. Yeah, we don't want that. We're gonna do some stuff. You can walk on water too for half a second. Oh, that's good. Congratulations. Hey Pepe, how are you doing? Am I gonna T-pose? Oh, how would I T-pose this character? Well, I'm not going to T-pose this character, but if I was going to T-pose this character, these legs would be out straight, and I would leave it like this because this is sort of like a natural position for the character, for the creature. But the legs, I would definitely have them straightened. And it would look really, really stupid, which is why I don't play around with T-posing things on this channel. I don't I don't concept things in T-pose. There's like absolutely no reason to concept things in T-pose. And even if you're doing like your initial sculpt of something, why do it in T-pose? You can always just move it to T-pose after, because you're losing so much of the actual character of the thing that you're sculpting, of the creature. It's just absolutely, like, it's just a waste, especially when you're working with like clients who don't have like an artistic background. You're working with clients with no artistic background and they're asking for something. Don't give them a T-pose for it. They're just gonna lose their damn mind. You should give them something that's slightly posed, you know, like it can be relaxed. It doesn't have to be super intense. It just needs to be like, you know, they're like, they've got their arms down, like, you know, relaxed, or for a creature, like have it in like kind of like a thing. Depending on what you're sculpting, of course, but giving it some character before you send it off will make your approval process much less painful. Yeah. And they see, a lot of people when they see T-pose, they're just like, oh, like they can't tell anything. They can't tell what the character is, right? Like they can't see it. So number of the base head is, say what? Let me rig it in Blender as is. No. If I could get up to 70, 75 miles an hour, or miles per hour, you can run on water. If you wait until it's -10 outside, you can walk on water. Thank you, Mab. Very nice. You have a T-pose while you're sketching it out, and then you pose it afterwards. Hey, whatever works for you, right? I just find that it's a lot easier to see what the character is and what it's going to be when you have it in a little bit of a pose while you're working on it. Okay. I'm not liking this. This boy right here, we need to raise him up. Tisk. How could I have been so blind? Yeah, we need to do something like that. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna make these a lot longer though. This guy needs some height on him for balance purposes. Just design balance purposes. Yeah, and then this guy right here could probably like come down a bit. Then we will grab this. Can I add small spiky spikes? We're not onto the small things, right? When you're first designing something, when you're first working on stuff, you do not add in the small things until later. Because it's just setting yourself up for failure. You gotta get in your big shapes. You gotta make sure that your design is working before you get into all of the small things, right? You don't wanna like, you know what I do? I don't wanna like start adding a whole bunch of little small things and then be like, oh no, I didn't want that to happen. Like, I have to like change this entire section because it doesn't look good, and then I have to get rid of like all the work that I just did. No, get your like shapes looking good first. Your main shapes, primary shapes. And then you can put small details into your heart's desire, your heart's content. All right, this guy right here. Finagling these legs, just finagling. Finagle. We're gonna keep that there. Pull this guy down a bit. And design balance purposes. How do I determine design balance purposes? You're curious what about this model made me stop and say this is off balance. Okay, so you see how big this area is right up here? I want something to kind of play off of that largeness at the bottom as well. Otherwise, it feels off balance. If I had if I had these simple legs but tinier, like if I had taken these and I just like kind of kept them small, if I add more detail into this area, it would feel nice, but it just kind of, to me, it doesn't feel like, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? I'm trying to think. Right now it's still off balance, just letting you know. But in general, like I want like there should be like a simplicity in contrast to a complexity, right? And so when the eye is drawn to certain areas more than others, And you can tell that by just kind of like squinting at it, or you can go into your outline to check your silhouette, right? If you're in your silhouette mode and it looks a little bit muddied, then you end up wanting to, you know, play with the balance of the character. So right now, when I say it's off balance, like this area is just nasty mode. It is not good. It just doesn't feel good on your eyes in outline or not outline mode, right? Like it doesn't feel good. And so that's sort of what I'm playing with right now, is this leg shape in this area, trying to find what works best, trying out a bunch of different things, not really like, you know, settling on one thing and being like, this is it, but rather playing around and seeing if I can get something interesting that also gives balance. So this guy, I'm actually going to take this entire area right here and open it up a bit on the front. And then this. This guy right here. Bing! So that can feel better. And then these ones, I will probably like just pull out. So I also like to exaggerate a lot with the shapes. This guy I'm gonna pull down, so the, you know, this I'm gonna keep open though. I keep that open just a little. But I kind of like that because it cuts it. And then this still throws you up there, but this is still kind of like a cut. Right here, we're gonna want to take this line and point it up into the face, just like these are. And then we're having a little bit of an issue with this leg. So we can have a bit of a slope here. A little bit of a slope, which will then point up. So then this one will also have a bit of a slope. Also, I'm using AccuCurve with the Snakehook tool right now, in case anybody is curious. Is it a vegetarian? Just for you. Starship Troopers. Does it remind you of that? It's something I think everybody kind of struggles with, the balance thing. It is sort of something that you learn through practice. You know, you can think about it in theory, but until you do a lot of art, and then, you know, while you're doing the art, you might not think of these things, but you step back and look at your piece afterwards, and you might be able to learn from what you're doing there. Like if you just take your art and maybe try and draw some lines over it to kind of see what's going on. For example, I'll do something here, just so, I mean, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it's just like an idea, right? So if I were to screenshot this, which also, whoa, this leg, come down here. But essentially, if this is like the focal point, right? This is the face. I want things to come up to the face. What am I doing here? I'm taking, here, I'll use a different color. I'm taking these lines, right? That goes right up there, right? This. Boom. Boom. And then this one points down here, and then you land here, and then this goes up, right? So everything here is just kind of like, that's essentially what's happening, right? And so the goal is when you're thrown off of a character, your eye is like chucked off of a character, where will it land and will it like continue on? This like goes down, hits down here, boom, back up, bam, you know, that sort of a thing. So hopefully that kind of helps. Sort of. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's like the theory. All right, and sometimes if I want to see where the heck the feet are going, I just take a cube like this, because I don't like using the floor in ZBrush. I just like seeing something like this. Put it at the bottom. And then I will be able to see where it's standing and if the legs are intersecting or whatever. Intersecting the ground, so then we can get like a full gravity effect. You feel? Hey Orchid, how are you doing? Suck out their brains. Yeah, I want to add like a bunch of like little antennas and stuff. It'd be kind of fun. But yeah, again, I want to exaggerate the shapes here. Really, really push them. Like really push them. I did say I wanted to keep that area open. So if I do this, let's see. If I do that, do I want to do something more like that? That actually might be pretty cool. Alright, yeah, that feels better. Definitely feels better. Oh, also, like, another thing too, guys. Like, you should always be, like, zooming out of your characters. Zooming out of what you're sculpting to see how it's looking. See how your shapes are interacting with each other. Alright, I haven't saved this at all. I should definitely save it. And then I'm gonna take a midway break because we're at 8 p.m. and we have 2 more hours, so. Let's just save it really quick. Alright, there he is. Put him in the corner over here. Should do this. Boom. Boom. There we go. I like to live dangerously. Why? Oh, yeah. Not saving. Oh my god. Alright, okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. And I will be right back to continue this in a few minutes. And then we'll be going for another... we're gonna be going for another 2 hours when I get back. Fun, fun, fun. Do I sculpt in perspective? I know, I actually don't. I do sculpt in perspective after I get all of my proportions in, but, you know, a lot of the time I just kind of like to work in orthographic because then I can see exactly what's going on with the shapes. It's just how I've learned to sculpt. If I'm doing something that requires likeness and I'm working off of a photo that was taken in real life that uses a camera's focal length, it's already in perspective, then of course I'm going to be doing that in perspective and checking perspective. But I don't use ZBrush's... ZBrush's perspective is weird, so when... I don't know if you can see... You can't see the draw thing, can you? Angle of view, I usually set it to like 23 or 25 if I am using perspective, so it's only a little bit. Because the, wait, here it is. There. So it's not really like a lot, you can see. Look. It's not like a big difference, but it is sort of the closest that you can get to like real perspective, because ZBrush doesn't use real perspective, at least not yet. Anyways, I am going to go and take a quick break, and I will be back shortly, and then we will continue for another 2 hours. Yeah. Enjoy the music and the view. Okay, bye for just a few minutes. Maple, how are you doing? No, I didn't know it was gonna look like this. Alright. Okay, back to work on this guy. 10 out of 10. Just got back yourself? Nice. Then the break timing is perf. Space, please? Oh, yeah, that would probably be bad. That would probably be pretty bad. Thank you, D. Austin. Wanted to watch my stream in the beginning, but it's like 7 a.m. here, so you went back to bed. That's all good, man. Whenever you can watch it. It's also like, you know, on VODs as well, on YouTube and Twitch after the fact. So you can always catch it whenever you want. All right. So we're gonna finally dynamesh this guy. Boom. Bing boom. Bing bing boom. So you can see here, like, all of the artifacts that happen through stretching, it's maintained now because I have dynameshed it, right? So all of that stretching that happened can actually help me in my design process, you know, now that it's dynameshed. Because it kind of like adds a texture, and that texture is fun to play off of. Yeah, Shift S. Yep. When Damien's standards goes like way off the screen all the time. Tablet, why you do this? So yeah, we can like do a whole bunch of insets here. I like to again continue the masking that I was doing. Can do that with this though, with solo mode. This area. Grab some of this. Goody goody. Woo! And then with the magic of Gizmo, you can kind of get in there. Pull it up, push it, find a new life for that shape. Hey Morn, what kind of bird is this? One just for you. Hey Johnny. Flea combined with a Stegosaurus because of the armor back. Yeah, yeah, I can kind of see that. Kind of see it. Yeah, and we're not done with all of the artifacting, by the way. This was only the first of many, well, not many, but first of a few Dynameshes that will happen. My Dynamesh journey, my artifact journey. Man, we got so many artifacts here, you can just call me an archaeologist. So funny! Where you find my work? Hey, you know what we didn't do yet? We didn't plug myself. That sounds wrong. Alright, I'll put it on the screen. Yeah. Yeah. Bam. High tech right here. We're living in the future. If you want to at me, by the way, I'm at @A_cubed. I don't get notified by the @Pixelogic because that's the channel. I'm not, like, I'm just streaming to this channel. I'm not actually on this channel. So here I'm plugging all my infos. I guess I'll just like spam it in chats as well. Why not? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And Facebook arenas. And here. Boom. Enjoy. You were about to paste it? Too slow. Haha. Too slow. A crazed Jerboa? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean? Doesn't make any sense to me. How do fleas travel? In a circus. The Jerboa? But why do you feel like one? That's what I'm asking. It didn't show up in YouTube chat? Yeah, YouTube just kind of like gets like, I don't know, that's weird. Because I did paste it. Yeah, I think... Try it again, but it might just get blocked out. YouTube likes to get rid of links. So if you want the links, go over to Twitch. And then when you're in Twitch chat, let me know and I'll just paste it again, I guess. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like anything that isn't YouTube, so Sorry. And letting the artifacts kind of help me out here with some designs. Letting it be messy. Just letting it be messy. Especially in here, that's kind of really cool. I'll grab this. Locomotion of gerboas involves random hopping, skipping, and running gaits. But why do you feel like a crazed one, though? You're not answering my question, Johnny. Not understanding. What makes you feel like a gerboa? Are you randomly hopping and skipping? Thanks, Omar. Hello on YouTube. How you doing? How it going? How's up? You drank too much coffee? I feel like I need more coffee. Gotta keep that energy going, you know? Can't stop, won't stop. So many people, like, they see this, like, oh man, I watched like, well, I've seen news anchors and things just be, like, blown away at how streamers make money, because they're just, like, but it, like, in the wrong, like, in the bad way, they're just kind of like, oh my god, it's such an easy thing to do, like, I don't understand, like, wow, like, all they have to do is sit there and play games or draw or whatever, and I'm just like, no, you don't understand how taxing it is to sit there for hours, and game streamers do it for like 8 hours straight. It's like, imagine having to do a news segment for 8 hours straight without getting up, but then the people that you're talking to are interacting with you at the same time. Tisk tisk. Get with the times. OMG. Say thank you to all your beloved streamers, because this isn't easy. Bork! You heard of Bork? Yeah. He's very unhappy today. He's very triggered. He borks at quite literally everything. He had a meltdown outside today. Right before I started stream. Quite literally like 10 minutes before I started stream. He started freaking out outside when I was taking him to the bathroom. At literally everything. He was scared of everything. And some lady was just like, stop abusing your dog. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that giving my dog cheese because he's scared is abuse, but okay. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just like you get so many comments. Like when you have a dog like mine, there's like everybody thinks that they know your dog better than you do, and they start like commenting on what you're doing. Like, you made him this way. It's the way you know. It's your fault. You know, if you just do this, if you just use a shock collar, if you just like, just let people touch him, even though he doesn't like it. Just do it. Then he wouldn't be this way. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you lived with him and you understand his mannerisms. My god. Sorry, ranting, because I was stressed by that. I was hecka stressed by that. That stressed me out. Got stressed. Not stressed now. Doing art now. Bork! He's still upset. Yes, he is. He is still upset. Oh yes, very upset. Very, very scared doggo. Not happy doggo. He's not there by himself though, by the way. He's with Eric. Eric's training him, or trying to. He is scared doggo. Am I considering giving my art some animation? No, I'm not gonna give this any animation. Almost 2:30 a.m. Oh my gosh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah, yeah, the news anchors are like... I feel like so many people are like out of touch. Monty needs a girlfriend. Monty just needs to be like put in like a isolation chamber where food is dispensed and he has infinite places to run and fake things to chase that will never scare him, and just to be left alone forever in an isolation chamber. Then he will be happy. He would be scared of the girlfriend, exactly. Oh my god. Usually work with 3ds Max. Yeah, no, you should try it. ZBrush does offer a 45-day free like trial, so if you do want to try it, it's there for you. Yeah, when I stream, you definitely hear lots of borks, but I'm not gonna sit here and start apologizing for that because it's just the way my dog is. We have trained him many times to be quiet. He knows to be quiet, but he can't help himself because it's fear barking. He's doing it out of fear, not because he wants attention or because he wants to be a dick or because he wants to alert. It's literally him being like, I'm scared of this thing, it needs to go away. So you can't train fear out. You just have to work with it, and hopefully over years and years of training, you will eventually settle down. What a rude streamer dog. Oh my god, I know. Such a rude dog. How dare he? How dare he be afraid? I'm obviously abusing my dog, right? I'm not over it. I'm not over that comment. I'm not over it, dude. Can't believe... Ooh. Just makes me mad. Makes me stress. I get all stressy, you know? Just add Wi-Fi in a computer. Teach him how to use that. Build a second chamber for you? Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like one as well. I know it's sarcasm. I was being sarcastic back. You can't even take a taste of your own medicine, Doom? Don't dish it out. Fight me. Oh, no. It's okay, FX. I appreciate it, but I don't, like, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Snuggle the fear away. Oh my god, if only that actually worked. I wish. Yeah, I don't understand, you know, dealing with fear in dogs by using something like a shock collar, because you're literally just, you know, trying to erase fear with more fear. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I've gotten that suggestion so many times, like, why don't you just put one of those collars on him so then he'll stop barking? Doesn't solve the problem. Goodness. Yeah, get those carapace things in there. know exactly what it is too. He hears another dog whining. He hears the other dog whining and he's just like, oh god! Brutal, Doom. Trade Bork for something worse? No, does not work. Fun fact, did you know the stress hormone in dogs actually stay in their system for 72 hours to a week? So if a dog gets triggered by something, has high anxiety, then like if the dog gets like triggered, sees a trigger and reacts, then the stress hormone cortisol is released into their brain, into their system, and for the next 72 hours to an entire week, they are more likely to be even more reactive and fearful of things that they normally wouldn't be. And so when you keep exposing them to scary things over and over again, a normal dog, you know, one without the problems that Monty has, could potentially get over it, but it's a risky thing. Or you could severely traumatize your dog and now it has a phobia of these scary things for the rest of its life. So, not the greatest way of training the dog, you know? You feel? Alright, we're getting some cool things happening here on this Carapace thing. Does Pixelogic hire artists in the professional industry to showcase their modeling skills? We're not necessarily hired because we don't get paid here. This is sort of a volunteer thing, and you apply to be a streamer. So you can apply if you go onto, you're on Twitch, so if you go into the info panels and you scroll down to the About Us section, you can actually find we are currently taking applications to stream ZBrush to our channel. Apply now, and if you click apply now, you will be able to see the PDF that you can then fill out and send out to the designated email address to see if you will be a streamer here. Yeah, we get paid with exposure. It's sort of a volunteer thing though. We're not paid. After a 5-year hiatus? Yeah, well, you know, you can do, it'll be like riding a bike. I mean, they did add a lot more features, so that'll be fun for you to learn. Neurotic animal and adding electricity only makes them worse. Neighbor had a golden like that, now it barks and shrieks even though the collar has been off for 2 years. Exactly. Like, my dog is not a normal dog. He's got a genetic anxiety problem. It's been diagnosed. We've already gone through this. It's like a thing. So he's like literally like afraid of so many things, dude. It's ridiculous. We have to be like super patient with him. Trust me, he tests my patience, but it's not his fault. It's just like, ooh, this dog though. Yeah, so you can't be mean with these dogs. It's like, oh, somebody has a mental condition. I know how to get rid of it. Let's smack them. Like, no, that's not gonna do anything. Like, they can't help it. Yeah, they are massive, massive changes, but really great ones as well. Yes, I do have my own channel. It is twitch.tv/a_cubed. You can get it by looking at this bottom bar, just following this bottom bar right here. Yeah, stop having ADHD. Just stop. Oh my god, just stop. Oh, you're depressed? Have you ever tried being happy? Drink some water. Whatever. Just have to be patient and and caring towards them, but trust me, it is hard some days when you've got a dog like that, because they're not being stubborn either. They're just genuinely afraid of like everything. Have you tried not being a mutant? God. Thanks, Mord. Appreciate you. Alright, I'm gonna Dynamesh these guys here, because I think we can start, like, actually sculpting on them. Just Dynamesh them and, start doing some stuff. Alright, let's start with this big boy. Big boy! Big boy! So you see how right here this was stretched polygons, but it's boom, look at that, it's turning into an area where I can actually get some cool designs out of this. And like always though, we're gonna need some edits on there just to make sure that we're getting this looking good and fresh and zesty. Have I done any hard surface? Yes, I have. Not on this channel, though. I'm not a huge fan of doing hard surface stuff live, just because of the technicalities of it, and I am very freeform when I do my stuff, and backseat arting is not like my favorite thing. I like to hang out and have fun. I like to chill. I don't like to feel stressed out. I like to feel like everybody's telling me I'm doing it wrong. Critique is always welcome. Like, trust me, like, if I ask for critique, like, of course I'm looking for critique, but when I'm doing, like, I've done, you know, doing something more technically involved live is not my favorite thing, because it ends up being, like, a lot of back and forth of, like, why I'm not doing it these million other ways that people are telling me I have to do it. So, just from personal experience, why I don't. And also, it's not, you know, it does, for me, it requires a little bit more thinking, a little bit more thought process, because of keeping things clean and stuff like that. So I like to do organic stuff, because then I can, like, interact with you guys at the same time a lot easier. How long does it take me to complete a creature such as this? Creature completion, what do you mean exactly? Like, do you mean from sketch to final model, or do you mean just a, you know, one of these sessions? Thank you, Andy. This is for a video game. No. Blames me for the ArtStation change. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I changed it to A cube instead of A3. I'm probably gonna change my other names soon as well, just because it's like really hard to find me on other things. Like, I've just got like different URLs for everything. From complete beginning to end. So for this guy specifically, because again, it really does depend on what exactly it is that you're working on. Like, if it's a more complex creature, it's going to take longer. If it's a really simple one, it's not going to take nearly as much time, obviously. So something like this, if I'm done the sketch, like let's say it got approved, like I'll be done the sketch at the 4-hour mark, right, during the stream. And so if it got approved by the client, they're like, yeah, let's go forward with it, then I will T-pose it and model it, like, you know, actually retopologize it. Retopologizing something like this could take a little bit of time. It could take a day, or like probably like 2 days, I'd say. And then UVing as well, you know. Getting this from start to finish, it's hard to say. If it's for myself and I'm going to be approving all of the process, then I would say like it could be as simple as 2 weeks, right? But if I'm going like, if I'm being like really anal about it, like a month. It depends on how much detail I want to get into it. And I'm talking about like VFX level too. Like I'm not talking like game res. Jar Jar Binks, it wouldn't take me any time at all because I would never do it. They fight spatial bugs? Starship, yeah, I know Starship Troopers. Work. Hey bud, in your place. In your place. Good. 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 Good boy. You chill? You put your head down? No, put your head down. Put your head down. Head down. Hey, head down. Good. Your dog is confused by my dog's barking. Oh. Oh. Put some headphones on. He's gonna be a little bit more chill. He's under my desk now. Figure he needed some chill time in his room. He's been chilling like a while. Hey, Monty, in your place. Good. Your goal has to become as fast as Mike Path. I mean, he's like otherworldly fast. He's insanely fast. No. In your place. Lay down. Good. I need a doggo cam. It would literally just either be him like sleeping on the floor or pacing out of nervousness. That's no fun. Oof, Mord. No, no, no. In your place. Good. I didn't do the global game jam, but I saw a lot of people were doing it. Some cool stuff that comes out of there. I'm just impressed that people are able to come up with decent things in just 48 hours. Hey. Shh. Be quiet, okay? Oh, it's okay, Mort. I'm just a little confused by what you were trying to say there. I was like, didn't realize I was ordering Eric around. Hey Dassin, how are you doing? How's it going? It's freezing there? Oh boy. I feel that. I do. I truly, truly do. Hey, in your place. Go on. In your place. Good. Stay. Alright, see you, mister. Have a great evening. Polar vortex, same. 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 I feel like in Montreal we're always having a polar vortex though. It's always -20. It's been -20 for the last like couple of weeks. Ugh. Oh, ours doesn't turn off. We don't turn the heaters off. If we do, it gets way too cold. Way too chilly. Hey Hiram, how are you? Summer is coming. Well, like 16 degrees Celsius is very nice for the winter time. Oh my gosh. But yeah, summer must be dreadful for you guys. The magic grass Pokemon type character? What? When hard surfacing, do I go back to 3D softwares or do people do it all in ZBrush nowadays? No, you usually go back and forth. Spazoid. In your place. In your place. Just chill. Can you just chill? Can you do that? Good. Very cool. Oh shoot, it's Bobby! Hi Bobby! How are you doing? I appreciate it. Like, super appreciate it. Oh geez, now Creature Master is in here and I'm all like How am I? I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Fantastic. You're doing awesome. Well, that's... If you're doing awesome, then I have to be doing awesome, don't I? I'm not doing fantastic. I'm doing awesome, just like Bobby is. Well. Creature Box? Creature Box is amazing. I love Creature Box. My gosh. Probably the first art book I ever got, actually, was a Creature Box one. Love. When I was in school. Good stuff. Absolutely great stuff. They're just so good with their shapes, dude. It's like amazing. You know who else is good at their shapes? Bobby. Bobby Rebels. In chat right now. Yeah, he's there. Go stalk him. Sorry, Bobby. He's probably gone by now. It's like, this chick is weird. I agree. This is the quiet part of the stream. I usually get really like weirdly focused at around like the 9 o'clock mark, which is where it's at right now. So yeah, enjoy that. For UV Master, just basic UV tools in Myra or Max are good enough. Yeah, they're good enough. I just feel like UV layout, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but UV layout actually offers some really cool tools as well to help with UVing like a lot of stuff in general. I don't know if UV layout is what you're talking about though. Thank you for saying it's beautiful. You're beautiful. You are beautiful. ZBrush to Substance Painter in future streams? Probably not with my streams. If you want to check out another creature artist here, Fridays, Brett sometimes does that. So on one of his streams, he He went to Substance Painter. So you can check out Brett Briley. Oh, Jesus Christ. Monty, in your place. Come on, in your place. Lay down. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I like broke dishes because of that. Like he's just like chilling and then all of a sudden, ah! I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I know. It's a loud, piercing bark that he has. It's brutal, dude. It's actually brutal. Especially when I'm just like eating or something. I've choked on food before because of him. Like dropped things because of him. Broken stuff because of him. Luckily, there's undos in art. I'd say I ruined so many things because of him. Oh my god, why does this keep playing? Go away. No, bad. Stop it. Just waiting for the perfect time. He always gets it just when you're like in concentration mode. He's just like, time to play a game. Like, nope, not fun. That's the thing, like he listens really hard. So if I were to play music to mask all of the noises that he can hear outside, he actually gets like more reactive because he always expects something bad to happen. So he's like sitting there and he just like stares and he like focuses. Like if I put like music on, right? And then he just focuses and he tries really hard to hear something to make himself get triggered. Oh my god. Supreme Bork. Yeah. Gosh, jeez. Oh. Hey, Hass! Yeah, oh, geez, yep. I was talking about my dog. Every time you come in here, it's just like, hey, guess what I'm talking about? My dog. My dog. My dog with special needs. How you doing? What's up? How's it going? Alright, let's get one of these down here. Alright, and then from here, I'm gonna do... Let's just get the standard, let's get drag, and let's get some of this action here. Whoops. Wait, let's turn the intensity down. Wait, not Z intensity. Here we go. Wait. Where's my Where is that? Brush? Don't have that. Masking. Shoot, I forgot where that is. Because I took it off. What kind of dog is Monty? He's a corgi. Yeah. He's just a little derpy. Just a little... What Adobe nonsense are we talking about? Wait, what? What Adobe stuff? Oh, are you talking about the algorithmic and Adobe partnership thing? Or not a partnership, but whatever. Gosh, what is it? Stro... No. Yes, Rgb Intensity. That's right. I'm gonna turn that down to 15. No, not 15. Turn it to 40. Yeah. Oops. Actually, that could be kind of nice. About Substance Painter, yes. He's a very nervy nerve. He is a very nervy nerve. He made a lady run away just 2 days ago. I was training him at the front door, and the thing is, like, he usually has like this vest on that says, "Do not touch, don't come near me," all that kind of stuff. And I just like ignore anybody who tries to talk to me, and usually if somebody's ignoring you, you ignore them back, and you're like, oh, okay, they don't want to talk. This lady just kept calling to me, and I'm just like, no, like, you don't come and talk to this dog, you just don't, right? And so the more that I ignored her, the more she was just like, you know what, I'm gonna come up to that dog who is obviously growling right now at the fact that I'm hunched over, like, 20 feet away. I'm gonna walk over. So she started walking towards him, and he's just like had a meltdown because she, like, you know, stranger danger. He doesn't like that, especially we're at our front door, and he's just like, you know, he's like, oh god, this is my safe space, why are you invading my safe space? And so the lady starts coming over, and she's like doing it like this, and he goes, ah! And I'm like, this is just a tiny little dog, and she just like screams, and like, well, not screams, but she runs away, and I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Whatever. So over it. So dumb. Actually, we should have done this the other way around. Let me back up, 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 back up. Boom. There we go. Oh yeah, and also shout out for Haz. If you guys don't know who that is, that's John Troy Nickel. You should go and follow him on his stream as well. He is epic gamer, but also epic artist. I'm really bad at shout outs. I'm so sorry. He's really cool. You should go check him out. You should also check out Lena as well. They stream together occasionally, and sort of an awesome duo. Can't believe you haven't been following me on ArtStation. How dare I? How dare you, Bobby? I've been following you forever. No, I don't blame you. It's okay. Oh my gosh. But man, my heart today has grown 3 times larger because Bobby gave me a follow. He is the biggest and toughest of the Borks, yes. How is he around little kids? Same thing, it's scary. Like, little kids are very scary to him. Whenever he's, like, out and he starts focusing on something that isn't, like, the snow or the ground that he's sniffing, I have to be stuffing cheese in his face, so we avoid a reaction. Yeah. But yeah, kids are scary because they are, kids are scary to him because they're like little people, and he doesn't, and they're very like, he can't, so dogs dogs are very, very hyper aware of your body language. And kids are just weird. Like, they're flailing around, their limbs are going everywhere. It's hard for dogs to understand what's going on, especially, you know, if they're neurotic like mine is. And so they will assume that the kid being super unpredictable is a threat because they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to interpret it, and they will react. Now, of course, it's not every dog, you know, especially dogs that grew up with kids and are normal and don't have are not neurotic and don't have like brain problems. I'm not saying like my dog has like brain problems, but he has brain problems. Medical organic, yeah, it's kind of fun. Kind of fun. You didn't hear that tip until last year. Try it with a new. Wait, which? Irrational disdain for small dogs. Oh, you have an irrational disdain for small dogs? Oh no. But not my boy, right? You like mine. Oh, no. It's not like we give him a whole block of cheese. Like, really tiny bits, right? But it's also like, the idea is he sees something scary. Wow, I can't believe I'm talking about my dog again on the Pixelogic channel. Oh, dog training. Oh my god. But the idea is like, dog sees something scary. Pair scary thing with something he really enjoys. Cheese. It's high value. Oh my god, so exciting. And so when he sees scary thing and he gets cheese, but he doesn't get cheese if he doesn't see scary thing, then eventually the idea is to counter condition, right? And when he sees scary thing, he's gonna be instead kinda happy because he's gonna be like, oh, actually, this is when I get cheese, right? So that's the idea. Takes a long time. Yeah. Oh, your pupper has an irrational disdain for small dogs. Yeah, like everybody, all these dogs have their own little quirks and personalities. They all do. Get a spray like, no, that's not, no, Doom, no. No. But thanks for the top tips. But no. No, I'm not gonna spray my dog who is already fearful. Something scary is gonna happen when he gets cheese and gets afraid of cheese too. See, that is an actual thing that can happen, Mord. That's why you have to be very, and this, like, the dog trainers, they all say this, like, you have to be very, very careful when you're doing this kind of a thing. Because if you if you anticipate something scary, like if you see something scary before he sees the scary thing, and you give him cheese before he sees it, then the dog will start to think, oh god, when I get a treat, that means something scary is gonna happen. So you have to wait for him to notice the scary thing. So you're constantly looking at your dog on walks. It's very, it's like a military mission. So if you see that he sees something very, very scary and he's focused on it, so his body gets stiff and he's like looking and he gets stressed and there's like wrinkles on his head, there's a whole bunch of things, then you treat after that within the 2 seconds or whatever. So he has to notice it first. So if you're doing it before that, you're kind of screwing yourself over, right? Because you're teaching the dog that when I give you a treat, that means something scary is going to happen rather than the other way around. So you have to wait for the dog to be like, oh, hey, that's a thing. And then you give the treat. And it's better, like, even if he reacts, right? Like, even if he starts, like, losing his mind, then you give the treat. It's still better than you giving the treat before he has noticed the scary thing. You know? Saw a dog barking at another dog here in the building. The owner clamped its mouth shut and screamed at it, and this dog was screaming and crying. Is that normal? Oh my god. My god, no. No, 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 no. No. I mean, like, that's normal for people to do. I've seen that happen, but that's not... You shouldn't... If the dog is scared, it doesn't understand. Like, it's just gonna start being scared of you, too. Like, why would you want that? Like, why would you want to, like, yell at something? I don't know, man. It's like, it doesn't... I don't know. Maybe the person was just having a really stressful day, though, right? Like, maybe that's not a normal occurrence. Maybe it's because they got really, like, flustered, and the dog was just giving, like, just having a really bad day, and she was having a really bad day. You know, meltdowns do happen on both ends, right? Because it does require a lot of patience to be an owner of a reactive dog. But if there is no understanding, like if the person just does that all the time, that's not normal. Hey, Yummy! I have this issue with breaking because of her constant needs to jump on everyone. Oh, because you were holding her too much when she was a kid? Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, no, my dog isn't like that. He wants to run away from everyone, even though we were showing him good times and friends and happiness ever since he was a puppy. Not a single bad thing has ever happened to him. No one has ever hurt him, but he doesn't like anything anyways. Everything is still scary, even though everything has only ever given him treats. Half of the training the dog is usually training the owner as well. Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. I learned so much that I didn't know before having Monty. Because, like, I've had Goldens in the past, and they were, like, not saying all Goldens are perfect, but, like, these guys, like, they loved people, they loved dogs, they were like angel dogs. Like, we didn't have a problem with them. It was, like, they were just there to be happy and continue on their merry lives. Not Monty. When I got Monty, it was kind of like a, oh my god, what did I do wrong, you know? But it wasn't us. It's just the type of, it's just him. It's just him. But yeah, I learned a lot getting him though. You know, and getting a professional trainer and still learning. There's like a whole subset of dogs which are, it's not really like talked about a lot. If you see like a misbehaving dog, it's not almost every time it's like, it's not the dog's fault. You know? A lot of the time, like, they're called reactive dogs, right? Reaction is like, a dog is reactive if it reacts in situations like, you know, vocally or like with growls and like it's upset or it gets stressed out when maybe it shouldn't be. It's a reactive dog. So, got a reactive dog. And the way to handle that is not by yelling at them more, you know? Dogs eating cheese. Yep. So dogs can eat cheese in small quantities. You know, they actually really love cheese. But there are dogs that are lactose intolerant as well, obviously. So you gotta see like what your dog is like allergic to or what it's tolerant to. Some dogs just can't process certain foods. All dogs can't process things like chocolate. It's like toxic. But cheese is a great, you know, high value training treat for a dog. Like if they're above their threshold in public, they're having a really hard time getting their attention, the smell of cheese will just be like, ooh, actually, that's better than the scary thing. But I'm not saying give them the whole block, because they're gonna have poop problems. Walking him on the outside of a dog park, he loses his mind, dude. And it's a bad idea because you're putting a barrier in front of a reactive dog and handfuls of other dogs who are seeing this dog like get really like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I want to get in there, I want to get in there, like I want to get these dogs, I want to get these dogs. So he's on one side, and then all these other dogs are on the inside, and a handful of them are also reactive. So that's another thing, is like a lot of owners don't understand that they shouldn't be bringing their dogs to the dog park if they are reactive or untrained like that, or they have bad recall and things, but they do anyways because a lot of people just don't understand dog language. And so that's just, yeah, it's not a good mix, because then a lot of dogs come up to the fence and they don't like the barrier, they get barrier frustration, right? And so then it ends up being like them melting, like, you know, you need dogs on the inside of the dog park just absolutely melting down at the sight of Monty, or, you know, whatever dog is on the outside. I've seen it so many times now. So you Shaggy? He's gonna use 1% of his power. No. He actually really enjoys other dogs' companies. He does. Most people take him out only once a week to get out. Yeah, it's brutal. So brutal. It's so brutal. Yeah, I had this lady yell at me for breaking up a dogfight, like, well, a dogfight that was about to happen anyways, between my dog and this other dog that just was relentlessly hunting him the entire time he was in the dog park. Like, literally just, like, watching him from the other side of the dog park, and then just, like, running over and just, like, biting him on the scruff of his neck, like, trying to, like, you know, just hunt him, essentially. And I was telling the lady, like, hey, you gotta tell your dog that's not okay, like, it's not good. And I was running after them, you know, like, no, stay away. Don't do that. That's bad. Bad news bears. My dog was obviously scared. His butt was to the ground. He was not having a good time. And she was like, well, you should come to the dog park then, because they were obviously playing. Like, you know, like, Jesus, don't come here. And, you know, she started getting, like, really, like, nasty with me. And it was just like, no. You're not supposed to give your dog chocolate, dude. It's not good. A full-grown lab? They were carrying around a whole, like, full-grown dog in their arms? That's so funny. How? That's crazy. Like an alien butterfly. Yeah. Do I listen to sci-fi novels? Just finished one about uplifted spiders. Super creepy, but one of the best sci-fi novels you've read in a while. No, I actually don't, but I'm sure there are actually like a whole lot of really cool things out there that I've just been missing. Don't uplift the spiders. Yes, that's initially like what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. I was just like, so I kind of I usually don't have anything in mind when I go into these things, but you know, I did retweet that weird shrimp thing. Managed to catch a small peach attack. Oh, okay, fair. On the dark crystal. If you don't practice for 2 years, will your skills deteriorate? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, if you haven't done art in a while, you're gonna have to shake off the rust. Get back to where you were. Yeah. Your imagination and your ability to do art, your technical skills, it's all like a muscle. You gotta practice. You gotta practice to keep it alive, you know? To keep it big, keep it strong. Alright, we've got a half an hour left. Let's see what kind of nonsense we get up to in a half an hour. Don't even know where to start anymore. I would say just open it up and just muck around with the clay. Just, you know, you might have art fear right now. If you have art fear, I get it. But to get over that, you just have to start doing it. You just have to get in there and just do it. Just do something. Muck around with the clay. Figure it out as you go. I haven't saved. I only saved once, that one time before the break. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm living on the edge, boys. ZModeler, yes, yes, I have used that before, quite a few times. I don't use it in here because I don't find a point. I don't really need to. Exactly, Glenn, exactly. Yeah, risky business. I know. Alright. Till the end of the stream? No, more, just go sleep. It's okay. Y'all good, dude. You need a little bit of cheese for art fear? Oh, man. Can you imagine? It's like, oh god, I'm feeling really scared right now. Shoves food in mouth. Actually, not 100% false. Spawn positively to cheese. Me too, actually. I really like brie. Good baked brie. It's my weakness. What do you put on? What? Put on your sister's pillow? Your poor sister. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Aged Gouda is right. Oh, that's good too, though. Cheese is just good, you know? Can't go wrong with cheese. I guess, actually, yeah, you probably could go wrong with cheese, what am I saying? Could go wrong with like a, I don't know, there's like that maggot cheese. Yeah, that's probably not super great. I like the part where you made a bug in ZBrush. Oh, gee, thanks. Oof. Oof leg. Oof. Big oof. Big oofs. Okay, let's turn back on this guy. Like thousands of happy children. Did you store them in your back? On your back? Hi on YouTube. Sorry I can't read your name, but thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have him kind of like using his little things to kind of like touch. He's like using them as like hands. You know how like flies clean their like nasty little hands? Kind of like that. It's just kind of like putting his little feelers together. Nasty boy that he is. Just a nasty boy. Gotta be so dirty, so gross, so nasty. Hey Eric, thank you. Bug from Ender's Game? Oh yeah! I forgot about that movie. Ender's Game, wow. Huh. Oh, I don't have symmetry on.
Stiff sneeze will knock it over. Hey, maybe it will. What's the proboscis for sucking out the brain? It's hidden. I think everybody forgot that movie. Oof, dude. Episode 100, that would be a nice milestone. That is like a while to go. Episode 100 on Pixelogic. Oh my gosh, that'll be so much content that I've streamed for them. Dang. Ugh. Whew. Reference for these creatures? Oh, this stuff is just sort of like happens on a whim. But inspiration for a lot of my creature designs, like they just like, I don't know, I follow some like weird stuff on Twitter. You know, there's some really cool accounts that I follow on Instagram as well, and it's just like a lot of like actual like nature-based stuff. The weirdness of animals, man. Animals are fascinating. Mother Nature is fascinating. Alright. Brush. We will go and grab our slash brush. Yes, we will. And we can start to get some interesting little breakups here. Get some of this going, as I do. Yeah, joke's on me. No. I enjoy streaming here quite a bit. Dookie. I'll grab this guy. Quick question for creatures, humans, aka organic stuff. When do you actually sculpt inside the mouth for animation purposes? Well, I personally do that after I've done a retopology. I usually make the inside of the mouth. Well, okay. For humans, I do it in the retopology state, so I usually sculpt the person with their mouth closed, but during retop, then I will create a mouth sac in Maya. And then if it needs specific sculpting, I'll bring it back and sculpt on it there. But like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see inside the mouth. Like you're not going to see like in there. You can just use like some teeth
like a teeth insert, and then just like mess it up a little bit. Not mess it up, but like change it a little bit in ZBrush if you want. And then same with the tongue. You know, it's just sort of like mouth sacks are mouth sacks, right? Unless you've got like a close up on the character and you want like the teeth to look like a specific way. For creatures though, sometimes it depends. Like it really, sometimes I will actually model a creature with a mouth somewhat ajar. Like I'll sculpt it like with the mouth like that, and then I'll retopologize it, and then I will position it upwards, you know, for the riggers and stuff like that. But I like getting in there. But, you know, whenever I send it over to the sometimes the riggers want things to be open, though. So it's hard to say with creatures because it's always a very specific thing, right? You have to work with the rigger and animation team. You have to see, what do you guys want? What do you want? You're the one rigging this. What's best for you? Yeah, I still use Discord. Do I do commissions? I don't have commissions open right now. First and only streamer to hit 100 episodes of Pixelogic. Oh my god. I don't think that's true. I think other people will. Yeah, if you've seen one mouse sack, you've seen them all. Yes and no. I mean, there are like, you know, like if somebody has like some really nasty teeth and stuff like that, you gotta do a lot of extra work there. But generally speaking, it's like, you know, doesn't require too much work. Then again, if I'm doing texture work on it, that's a little bit more, because just, again, it depends, like, you know, hey, is the character, like, do they brush their teeth? There's a lot of things to think about. But sculpting wise, yeah, it's kind of the same all the time. Oh no, this is I'm using a service called pretzel.rocks. It's streamer safe music. So I don't know what's in here, I'm just playing it. They had a synthwave mix, so that's what I'm listening to right now. It's like, ooh yeah, synthwave. Mm-hmm. Let's kill this intensity a bit, so then we can get some finer stuff in here. It's like a chisel brush? No, it's not. It's sort of like it's just like, it's like Damien's Standard, but with like a really intense alpha on it. So it has a little bit of like an overhang look that happens. You can get it in your light box. It's a default brush. Everybody should have it. I'm not sure if it comes with core though. I'm not sure about ZBrush core. Quentin Tarantino shrunk shot, but in the guy's mouth. Oh my god. Hey, Eduardo. Is the tooth fairy? Parents have been hiding the horrifying truth for hundreds of years. Ooh. This is what he likes to do if he's in here. He's being reactive. Wait, let me like move. Whoops. Watch it. Look at him. It's like, I want to leave this room. Almost done streaming. Lives inside your pillow? Ew. I hope not. It's disgusting. I'd like to wash my pillows, please. I'll grab some of this right here. We will go to a pretty intense Z intensity and a low, high Z intensity. Come on, and low this. There we go. Let's give this guy a higher res Dynamesh. I'm gonna save first. Let's give it a Dynamesh. There we go. is nasty, Mav. When you created the pattern with mask and back, you're curious why you use a brush as opposed to an inflate tool. Just your style or make it unevenish for some other reason. Just cause. Honestly, Wolfie, like, when you're doing concept work, it's like, you don't need to be, like, super technical about things. So, yeah, I could have gone down here and been like, I'm going to use the deformation and inflate tool. But at the same time, like, using a brush works just fine too, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's a hard surface thing, so it doesn't need to be super even on all fronts. It's organic. It's fine if you use a brush. So I don't really have a reason as to why I do what I do sometimes. It's just sort of the first thing that has popped into my mind. You know, like, when an artist does something, it doesn't necessarily mean there's always a definitive reason for that thing. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm just answering. I'm just sort of like, with this thing, I'm just kind of suggesting texture. Because I don't have like tons of time, so I'm just suggesting. With a few brush strokes, seeing there would be something there. Not super defined. Ah. Alright, good night, Pepe. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to be done here in about 5 minutes. The most important minutes of the stream. Most important. Yeah, a little texture can add a lot to your creature, for sure. Absolutely. And you don't, like, you know, when you're doing concept stuff, it doesn't need to be super defined. It's just sort of a, you're suggesting something. Sort of like when you're sketching, you know, your shorthand, it will suggest something. You don't need to fully render it out. So when you're doing concept stuff, again, you don't need to fully render it out. That's why I leave stuff low res, because again, like, it just really, it doesn't matter when you're concepting stuff. You're gonna go over it anyways. But yeah, this is what we did tonight. So I will do a little, you know, what we do here, and take him over here. Actually, let's do it a little tinier. Put him here. Put him here. And then right like this. There, that seems good. That seems good. Alright, and I'm gonna put on the screen my infos so you can follow it if you're curious as to where I stream and when I do stuff. You can see it. 0 crashes this streams. No! No! We're at the end. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. But yeah, this is what we did today. Kind of fun, kind of great, kind of have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not saying the thing is great. I'm just saying had fun, great stream, awesome. Big pogs. All right. So yeah, I guess I'll just copy and paste this into all the chat just in case you're curious. You don't want to type it in yourself. I'll just do the thing. I'll just put it because Mord got it on there, so I'll just do it on Facebook and YouTube. So, yep. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your evening or morning, wherever it is you are on the globe. Remember to follow Pixelogic. You can follow me on all of these things as well. Next up is going to be, I need to get onto, oh, whoops, hold on. Yeah, no problem. I love streaming. It's great. So the next up is going to be thank you, Maple. Next up is Steven Anderson is tonight again. So Steven usually follows me an hour after I'm done streaming, so he's gonna be here in an hour from now, streaming environment stuff. He's doing a really cute, you know, candy land sort of winter wonderland fantasy type stylized environment. It's really nice. Just definitely check him out, say hi, all that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Good night, good morning, peace, whatever. I suck at ending these things. I don't know. All right, okay.